Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do my February faves and flops. It seems unreal to me that February is already over. It's a short month anyways, but we're headed right around the corner to daylight savings time and spring and then summer, and that just seems crazy to me. So anyway, today is my February faves and flops. I have quite a few faves that I have been reaching for all month this month, trying to just use products that I haven't used in quite some time. Some of it is also products that are kind of new to me through BoxyCharm or something that I just purchased, or yeah. And then of course I've got a couple of flops. I'm going to start with the flops. I find that I like to end my videos on a positive note, so let's jump in. So first up on flops this month is a product that I thought I would try again. I didn't repurchase it, I just started using it again, trying to see if maybe it was just me or maybe it was my skin at the time. I tried using moisturizer underneath it. It just wanted to cling to every dry patch on my face still. So I will probably end up decluttering this or just throwing it away. I don't foresee myself using it. I just don't like it at all. And it is the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. And I am a huge advocate of e.l.f. products. I think e.l.f. is an amazing brand and super inexpensive. So you can pick these things up at Walmart for like $3 or $4 a piece most of the time. Or all of the time. And I don't understand why this is it just doesn't work for me. One of my favorite brow products is by e.l.f. I have a contour kit by e.l.f. that I absolutely love, a highlighting kit by e.l.f. that I absolutely love. I just cannot stand this face primer. It likes to, like I said, anything I put on top of it likes to cling to every dry patch on my face, and that's kind of not what you want when you're a dry skinned girl. I have a matte foundation that I absolutely love that looks better on my face alone than it looks with this primer on it, and I just threw that primer across the room. So hold up. So anyways, I just don't think that this primer is for me. It probably is a good primer for most people. I do have a friend that uses e.l.f. face primers every single day and loves them. And this is the only e.l.f. face primer that I've tried, so maybe it's an issue with the certain kind of face primer that I'm trying, but I will not be repurchasing this. This is a full container. I will either declutter it or give it to somebody who can use it. The next item I have is this LA Colors liquid eyeliner, and I started using this again because it is part of my Project Pan. I don't know that I foresee myself getting through this in the next year. It is a horrible eyeliner, a horrible liquid eyeliner. It is so sticky, and when I put it on, like, maybe it's me, maybe I'm a mess, but I get it on my eyelashes inevitably every single time, and then my eyelashes want to stick together, and then it's hard to put on mascara. It's just really difficult to use. It does create a really stark, nice black line, so like I don't find that that is the problem. This is the line that it creates. What I find is the problem is that it dries down really tacky. It is super, super, super sticky. And then putting my mascara over the top of my lashes that this inevitably got onto is a problem. I find myself pulling out lashes because this sticky eyeliner is on top of them. It was a dollar store purchase, so like you get what you pay for, right? But I really had high hopes for this because I purchased it because another friend of mine had told me that this was the kind of eyeliner that not this exact kind, but this is the kind of pot that she would use to learn how to do wing, and I don't feel like it helped me very much at all, but mostly because I was battling with it every single time I used it. The next thing I have is this Laura Geller Line and Define eye pencil. So I do have to say that I love the liquid portion of this eyeliner. This is new. It was sent to me by Ulta. It was a platinum perk. It was a surprise gift, right? And it's got liquid eyeliner on one end, which I absolutely love. So this is kind of like a hate-love relationship, and then it's got a kohl eyeliner on the other end that I absolutely hate. This doesn't create a really great line, first and foremost, and I find that it smudges really good, almost too good. It's super soft. It just goes all over my eye. I find that it creeps down into like my eye bags, which is my own body's fault, right? I have super bad eye bags, but it creeps down in there, and then I just look like I have giant black eyes, and I can't use it. I cannot use the kohl pencil end of this eyeliner without looking like I've got black eyes. So it is my least favorite or one of my least favorite products of this month. I did try it with due diligence. I tried it over and over and over again. I tried it different ways. I tried it with color on top, not color on top. I tried it smudging it out, not smudging it out. I just don't like the kohl pencil portion of this Line and Define dual dimension eyeliner. I do really love this liquid eyeliner though. It creates a nice, precise, super dark, this is it right there, super dark line. You can get even thinner than that dependent on how you want to use this pencil. I do find, however, that it's not as black as I would like it to be. That's not a deal breaker for me, but the fact that that kohl portion of that pencil just makes me look like I've got big black eyes and that I don't know how to put on makeup is a deal breaker for me. That kohl pencil cannot, I just can't use it. Another thing on my flops this month is this Crown Beauty Glam Metals palette. Again, I think that I've been over this with you before in my BoxyCharm review of products for last month, and if so, I'll link that video up here somewhere. This palette is super hard to use. These are very pigmented shadows, but it's not a palette that can stand on its own, which is whatever it is, because I have a lot of palettes and I can pull another palette in very easily. But I find that all the shade selection, like these two look the exact same, these two look the exact same, these two look the exact same. They're on the eye, they don't transfer well for shades, and they also don't blend very well. It's a really hard palette to use. So while I do love the pigmentation of this product, it's super hard to use, and I had a hard time blending anything. And this black is not the most amazing black on the planet. It actually goes onto the eye looking a little more gray than it does black, and it just, everything in this palette just kind of muddies together, and that's not good. So that's it for my flops. So now I have a bunch of faves for you. I'm not going to go super into this because you guys have heard me talk about it 100 billion times, but this is my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I use this guy every day. He's holding up super well. I do love this palette. If you guys don't have this in your hot little hands, you should probably get one. This is quite possibly the best bronzing contour palette that I have ever come across. It does have 3 different shade ranges in it for both, or for all 3 light, medium, and dark skin tone. I find that I have used this one when I am a little more tan than I am now. Currently, I'm really into this one. I do use this every single day. It has become a palette in my collection that I probably couldn't do without. So I love this palette. If you don't have it, you should get it. The next thing I have to talk about is a product that I started using all over again because of my project pan and realized how in love with this product I am. I'm really super sad though because it is or was a limited edition product and you can't buy it anymore, but you can buy the MAC Mineralized Skin Finishes in different colors, but this is the Stereo Rose version and I started using it again because it is part of my project pan, but now I'm sad that I am using it so much that I just very well might pan it this year, which is the whole point of Project Pan, but I do love this and you can't get it again. You might be able to pick it up on like eBay. I think that's actually where I got this one. So it is just super pretty. It goes onto the skin and it just makes your skin look beautiful. It is a skin finish blush that's kind of got like a highlight to it as well, so I find that when I put it on my face I don't also have to put on a highlight. It looks just so perfect and put together that I don't have to fuss with a whole lot of powders on my face, and for my aging skin that is amazing because the less powders I put on my face the better my skin looks. So another item I wanted to talk a little bit about was this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Color Correct Cushion Wonder. I love this thing. I think that it is amazing. I have been using it quite frequently. The only thing I can say is I did pick up a color that is super dark and it should probably not have been the tone that I picked up, but I have super dark under eye bags and you can still kind of see this one, but with this guy on my face where those under eye bags are, it hides the dark circles quite well. So this has become one of my new best friends. I am using this in conjunction with the other Hard Candy Color Corrector Expert palette or whatever it is. I've been using the green or the yellow in that palette to kind of soften this orange because I did pick up the wrong color for me. I don't know really what made me believe that dark orange was my color, but this is an item that I think I talked a little bit about before, but it is an item that I've been trying to use a lot lately and I love the highlight that this gives. It is the e.l.f. Facial Whip, I think it's called, in Lilac Petal. I have been trying to use this a lot. The one thing I can say about it, it is really liquidy, and if you don't shake it super well, I put some on my hand and then dab it with a beauty blender and then dab it onto my face. When I put it on my hand, if I don't shake it well enough, like all of the iridescent portion, the liquid iridescent portion, doesn't mix in very well and it just kind of drips down my hand, so you have to shake it super well. But the glow that this provides is so pretty. And it was only $1, you guys. e.l.f. products are super affordable, and 90% of the time I love their items. This was an item that I didn't like at first, and I think the reason why I didn't like it was all me. It was mostly about the fact that I didn't like liquid products. I didn't like putting that kind of stuff on my face. At that point in time, at the time that I purchased this, I didn't even use foundation. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I am glad I did purchase it, and I'm glad I've brought it out of my collection and started to use it more because it is such a pretty highlight. The next thing I have are a couple of palettes that I've been reaching for a lot today. I have them on my eyes today. I also had them on my eyes the other day. I can't remember what video it was, but I had like this orangey peachy tone look to my eyes, and I had so many comments about how awesome my makeup looked, and they're from these two palettes here, y'all. These Viseart palettes. I have the Viseart Stark Mattes palette and the Viseart Sultry Muse palette. I love these palettes. These are quite possibly the best mattes I have ever encountered in my life, and I went ahead and stuck my fingernail into them today, twice, once here and once up there. But it was that or drop the palette on the floor and potentially bust. But this is my Dark Mattes palette. I love this palette. I use these two browns all of the time, and I was using them daily, and then I started using some of my other palettes and quit using these. And I have forgotten, or had forgotten, how wonderful these mattes are. These mattes just go onto your skin and they don't crease, and they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful, and they're very true to the color of the pan, in the pan. And then I have the Sultry Muse palette, which is also beautiful, and this is mostly shimmers. I will say that their shimmers are not as awesome as their mattes, but this is a shimmer. This one here and this one here were the ones I was wearing in my the peachy look that I had on the other day that you guys just thought was so pretty. Those two colors are two of the colors that I had on today, or that day. Today I'm wearing mostly the mattes. I'm wearing this brown here and this green here, as well as another green from a different palette that I pulled in, because this one doesn't really have a really pretty shimmery green at all. So anyways, these are two palettes that I have found myself reaching for almost every single day all over again in my collection, which I'm happy for because they're super expensive palettes, but they are great quality. If you guys get Viseart palettes or have Viseart palettes on your wish list, get the mattes, because the mattes are far better than the shimmers. But from what I understand, they're coming out with a whole bunch of new palettes, so I don't know, those shimmers might be better. But that Sultry Muse one, the shimmers are pretty, don't get me wrong, they're just not amazing shimmers. The last thing that I have in my faves this month is this Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. So I got this in BoxyCharm, and I am super disappointed at the cost of this item for the amount of product that you get. You only get 1 ounce of product, and it is a $38 item, and the primers that I typically get are about $32, and they come with 2 ounces, and they are great primers as well. What I will say about this one is I feel like it doesn't matter what I put on my face. This primer makes it look beautiful. And alone, this primer is beautiful. I go back and forth with whether I'll repurchase this or not, mostly because, like I said, the everyday primers that I use are Laura Geller primers, and I've tried her luminizing one, which I love, and I've had her hydrating one and her color correcting one. I love her primers, so I will always repurchase her primers. I would never repurchase this to replace those primers because, number one, it's more expensive, and number two, it's less. There is a lesser amount in here than what I get in my Laura Geller primers. What I will say though is I would repurchase this as a filler or for a special event primer, because I just feel like everything I put on it looks amazing. I have a foundation that I'm trying to use for my project pan that I absolutely hate, and this makes it look beautiful. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase this. I would definitely tell you guys, you should go out and purchase this primer. And I would never tell you that over a 1 ounce $38 primer when I have the Laura Geller ones, unless it was a primer I could really stand behind. I think this primer is amazing. Yeah. So that is all I have for my faves this month and my flops. What items did you guys have in your faves and flops this month that you would love to share with me? I'd love to hear about what worked for you this month and what did not work for you this month. I'm really happy that a lot of my faves this month are products that I have pulled back out of my collection and started using again, because it reminds me that there are other products in my collection that I need to use, and that there are still more in that collection that I can use that are probably going to be on my faves next month, because I purchased these items for a reason, right? I purchased them because they were beautiful and I loved them because they went on my skin beautifully, and I haven't gotten rid of them because they are some of my favorite items. So what items did you find yourself reaching for this month? I'd love to hear your input. Don't forget that I have a giveaway going on right now. It does end on Monday, so if you are not yet a subscriber and entered into that giveaway, please, absolutely please go and do that. I would love for you to be a part of that giveaway. I do have some pretty cool items that are going to one winner, and I do hope that you'll want to subscribe after watching this video and spend some more of your time with me. I do appreciate that you did click on my video and you are spending time with me today. I do know that you don't have to, so it warms my heart that you do. I do typically post 3 times a week, Monday and Wednesday, and then either Friday or Sunday, depending on what I'm feeling like. This week I was kind of battling some migraines, so this video will go up on Sunday. It was supposed to go up on Friday. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys, and until my next video,